So yeah, hello and welcome. Today in this stream, in this video, today in this session, I'm going to be looking at MCPs versus skills versus CLI. These are different ways to get the same result. Particularly, I'll be looking at browser automation. If you saw my last TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube short, I compared two different MCPs, one less bloated than the other, and we did it on Wordle Bench, my little Wordle game that I've set up for users to play, for agents to play Wordle and to get their time. So far, the leader is Haiku with Playwriter MCP and Claude Code getting 30 seconds. Now, I posted about this on X, and shout out to Mario. They said, okay, so 5,000 tokens for Playwriter MCP in 30 seconds. How about Haiku Pi and only 89 lines in a skill MD? And they did it in 24 seconds. But if you look at the video, there's two things to point out here. Firstly, they say, okay, you can't see it there. Let's try zoom. Oh shit, where'd it go? They say here, feel free to cheat. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but see, they say feel free to cheat. So it actually uses, the answer of this video is, the answer of the Wordle is actually on the client side, like JavaScript. So they extracted that and they got it in one guess, which is cheating. I'm pretty sure the 30-second answer has at least two guesses. So yeah, but I will be trying a different skill. Shout out to MCP. To Lightning Ralph on my Discord suggested this dev browsing skill. So this might be the best browser use skill, Claude skill, agent skill now, that we can find. So yeah, that's the intro for YouTube. Now let me set up YouTube chat. Okay, we got Revant in the YouTube chat. Sorry, I didn't get to those messages before, but they should come in now. And Ronald Duck liking the shit out of TikTok. Thank you, my G. All right. Let me also go on Twitch, X, and Twitch, X, and LinkedIn actually is what's coming up. So I also tried to change my stream status, but it looks like that failed. I think I know why. Let me try that one more time. There we go. Okay. That should have updated the stream status too.
Whatever happened to Ada? I haven't seen anyone use it since that one Leon Silicone video, where he coded with just his voice.
Yeah, he didn't even talk about Ader. I had to make that obvious. But yeah, so Ader hasn't been updated as regularly as all these other agents that came out after March. Let's say March this year, the agents became so good. Like Claude Code came out and all these other agents that Ader kind of was less interesting to most people. Ader still has a community, and also the forks have actually gotten really good as well. So if you're still interested in Ader, I recommend checking out I think they've changed their names. They used to be Ader CE fork, the community edition. I think they might be called CLI now, or Cecil CE CLI. But yeah, TypeScript. Yeah, I love TypeScript. Most of my stuff is written in TypeScript. Okay, so I got Claude to do some research for me. Yo, let me just shout out to you, McGee, with the gifts here. We got a love painting, a heart me, and go popular. Jesse Campbell is here too with the likes. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much for showing up to the live stream. this is the topic of the stream today: testing MCPs versus skills versus CLI. Now, a lot of people on X have been saying MCPs are too bloated with context and we should just use the CLI. And this was before skills. So, pretty much for browser automation, you could just run, or even for any scripts, you could just execute everything through terminal commands, theoretically. And now there's this thing called skills. First, it was Claude skills, but now they've made it agent skills, where you have more like discoverable skills. You just have like a short description of what the skill can do, and that's all you have in the system prompt for the user, for the agent, and they can go in and learn more deeper and also utilize predefined scripts in an agentic way, which is really interesting. I've like only just started doing this, starting to use some skills myself, like just before Christmas, maybe like just over a week ago. I made like a clipping skill and like more skills to work with my videos. Um, yeah, the potential of skills is quite impressive. And I want to have a go at kind of showing the differences between all these technologies on this stream. And then hopefully we'll make a video out of this as well. So yeah, that's kind of the aim. How we get these top viewers? Yes, that's my shit. Okay. Oh damn! It didn't show Tuyu McGee's and Ronald Ducks. That's interesting. I don't know why it doesn't show them. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. The Vogue, thank you for your like too. So pretty much a lot of people have been thinking that yeah, skills replace MCPs, but Anthropic's official position is that MCPs are still essential. MCP connects Claude to data. Skills teach Claude what to do with that data. So they're seeing MCP as the connectivity part. And a lot of times, skills still utilize MCPs to get that data. So I guess it's like you can kind of think of MCPs as becoming the APIs specifically for agents, I guess, in this scenario. And skills are like actually like how to do things with code scripts and MCP connections. That's one way to think about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm here, I'm still learning, and I realize like a lot of this is still hard for me to get my head around. So I can imagine people that aren't spending every day reading this stuff like I am. It's probably even harder for them to understand. So we're going to try answer all those questions together, research as much as we can, and then I'll distill all of these interesting findings into a short form video where you can find my shorts on all the platforms, mostly posted on TikTok at this stage, I would say. Um, but I try to get them on most of the platforms. Yeah. And then I think I'll also make like a medium-sized trimmed version for YouTube long form as well. Indie playlist, thanks for the like. Cosmo says Aider is still the shiz with NeoVim sidekick. Yeah, have you seen this like there's this NeoVim plugin that supports ACP, and so you can get like Claude Code and stuff and Augie inside NeoVim a lot easier through that. I think it was called Code Buddy. That might not be the right name though. OMG, thanks for the like. I really like Code Companion. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure that's actually what I was just talking about. But like sidekicksness, so it's like meh. Yeah, it's still like limited compared to like running raw CLI tools. I just read skills are an open standard like MCP. That's right. Can be used in all sorts of agents. That's right. But the issue is not many agents have actually adopted the skills protocol yet. I don't think many of them have. So, but yeah, I mean, next year they'll probably all have them. Forgot slash commands? I did forget slash commands. Because I don't put them in the same category. these are like the ways that the agent itself can use browser automation. Slash commands, you can prompt an agent to do. I guess you could have this there too. Yeah, I mean, you could. It's all just like injecting the knowledge of how to do something into the agent. And that can be done through a slash command as well. You're right. Slash commands that utilize CLI. Yeah. Or, yeah. So many acronyms. Yeah. I see through us. So, yeah. Code companion. Gosgal. Thanks for the like. Are hooks a relic of the past? No, hooks are still very important for like specific use cases. But yeah, I wouldn't put hooks in this same category of browser automation methods, I'd say. Okay. So these numbers, I don't know, Claude figured them out. So take them with a grain of salt. 14% faster skills versus built in. I don't know where that's from. I could like prompt it to give me like this is all like should have sources. Like there's a blog post here. A bunch of sources there. I guess that could be comparing the cheating time. So yeah, don't take that. Okay, let's just ignore that. Here we got some advantages and limitations. Playwright MCP is officially maintained by Microsoft. A lot of clients support it. This is like a kind of good one, I guess. It's like, you know, augment code, for example, to install Playwrights, just a few clicks. And yeah, just like MCPs, to install them with an agent that supports MCPs is pretty easy. Skills theoretically will be the same, but at the moment it's, you know, a bit more friction to get them installed, and some agents don't even have skills capability. Tools always in context window. Yeah, this is like a double-edged sword. So the MCP, the way it works currently, I think with all agents is like all the tools will be inside the system prompt, or at least the context window. Now the harness could abstract some of that away and make it more discoverable, and I think that's what we'll go towards. Like that makes sense, but I don't know. We'll see. So skills, progressive loading, only 100 tokens. So yeah, this is it. You only have like a very short description of the skill inside the context, so it's much less bloat. You don't have to have every single tool call and its definition and like all the parameters into the tool. Like, yeah, honestly, that part of MCP is a bit bloated, but it's kind of solved in a few ways. I think like code mode, no, maybe not code mode, but just a discoverability. Like, it's not like a hard problem that's a limitation of the protocol itself. I don't think like that could easily be fixed up. So this framing is how each handles browser automation. Yeah, so I'm testing them with in-browser automation because that's just something I've been doing. It's something that like there's already a skill for, there's already a Playwright MCP, there's like so many MCPs, and there's ways to do them with CLI as well. So I think it's like a good kind of constraint to compare these, you know, agents tool calling essentially. Give me one sec, guys. We're just gonna make sure I got all these chats here. Okay. I think we good. Okay. What am I using for autocomplete in NeoVim? Actually, I'm not using any smart ones. So I'm not sure, not the best to ask. Mike, what are you saying? Essentially, you want MCP off, otherwise it will take up context. Cloud Code or Open Code shows you the context tokens. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I was using to compare in my last short, if you managed to watch that. This is Claude Code only, but no, Skills is an open standard, so it might be pretty much Claude Code only now, but definitely other agents will pick him up. No doubt about that. CLI/CDP. So I think CDP might be Chrome Dev Tools Protocol, which is something you can use the CLI for. And I'm pretty sure it's what a lot of these skills use under the hood. The downside to that, I mean, the upside for that is you don't need anything in the context window. You can just inject it at prompt time. But that is also kind of the downside, is like you have to tell the agent how to use these CDP tools properly at prompt time. So but it could be as manual as typing them out, which is obviously very manual. But yes, as someone said before, you could have a slash command for this, which is pretty damn good. But the agent will never think to use it itself unless you tell it. And the most setup required, yeah. Okay. And here's a quote from someone from the Goose team, the block. Skills without MCPs are well-written instructions. MCPs without skills is raw power, no guidance. So, yeah. And there are some links here. I'm going to put this link in the YouTube description, if I can. Just in case anyone wants to read further. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I think anyone can click that. It's like a public Claude artifact. Yeah, so what if you don't need MCP at all? This is a quote from Mario, the person who responded to my tweet. So yeah, these MCP servers are like 14,000 tokens, but a skill can be like 225 tokens. The timing, I won't say this is realistic because Mario did cheat. So I will do my own testing to see like how fast skills can be compared to MCPs. And then we need another bench because Wordle bench becomes too easy at this point. We need, and then like 10K token difference probably doesn't make too much of a difference for something like Wordle bench, but if we start making maybe make a 3-step game. First it's Wordle bench, and then it becomes something else. We'll figure that when we get to it. Oh, and then there's the concept of plugins. So in Claude, I think this might be only Claude Code, but I guess there's nothing stopping other agents from adopting it. But you can kind of like see the plugin marketplace in Claude Code. Go /plugin install, and then you can get like /command sub agents skills and MCP servers installed in one go. So it'll be interesting to see what Claude plugins there are. I haven't actually looked at this at all. Yeah. Oh, we got a little timeline too. So Playwright MCP was released March 2025. I think the whole MCP protocol came out at like October 2024. So yeah, it was pretty early. Claude Code 2.0 released September. Skills only came out in October, so it's only like 2 months old. Along with the plugin marketplace. Sawyer Hood's dev browser was released this month. So this is all like cutting edge stuff here, guys. We're only just seeing skills start to mature right now. Let me read some chat here. I think I missed out on quite a bunch. Or you can use a gateway, yeah.
Or you can use a gateway.
So something like this for like discovering MCPs, I assume. Is that what you mean? But yeah, I haven't actually seen like a good one, except I have used Rube by Composio. That's like a really good single MCP that connects to so much like third-party stuff like Gmail, etc. Sorry. But I haven't seen a local one, and I haven't seen much else competing with Rube yet that is that good, which is interesting. Can't you use skills in open code? Yeah, probably. I know not all of the agents have them. Open code might. I'm not sure which ones do or don't. What is CLI? CLI is command line interface. That can be anything from an actual agent when I say command line interface. So like Claude Code is a CLI, but it could also mean just running shell commands manually. So I'll say like run ls in your CLI. That could just be like running the command ls in a terminal. So yeah, just anything with like the command line, which is the terminal or the shell. Whenever I say those words, it's pretty much the same thing. Yes, you can use skills in open code. Okay, confirmed by Mike. Well, skills are just prompt and MD files. Yeah, they're folders with a description MD, but also like they can include scripts, like Python scripts. And I think they can also include like assets or something else in the folder. But yeah, it's like a mini package of what you need to be able to have some ability or give the agent that ability. Ralph Wiggum is something I've heard of a lot. Haven't looked too much into that though. Sweet grep. Yeah, there's a lot of like different like code retrieval innovations that came out this year. What else are people saying? I think that's about it. Feel free to message again if I missed your message. Okay, so let's see what Claude's decision guide looks like. Which should you use? A quick setup in Claude? Playwright MCP. I think playwrighter. Like, let's just read this as MCP. Need full DevTools profiling? No. So for this, you can also have Chrome DevTools MCP, and that would probably be an easy way to start. And there's probably a skill for this. So I wouldn't trust this decision guide. Oh, and here's like a bunch of the links. So I think I'm just going to get straight into testing. I'm a bit suspicious why TikTok chat. No one's been chatting. Is it still up? Hello. Yes, okay, it's still here. We just got more people on YouTube. That's why it's all good. All right. So we're gonna just get to testing. Let's bring out Ghosty. Okay, we got some Ghosty here. Also gonna just move this over. Okay. How's that look? Okay, I think I might have 2 JSON files here. I think that's okay. Yeah, so Claude MCP configuration. I think this will have Playwrighter. Opus. Let's go back to Haiku. MCP. Let's see what MCPs I have. Okay, yeah, Playwrighter is connected, disabled. Okay, enable Playwrighter, disable Playwright. This is a bit too zoomed for me. Disable Playwright. Okay, okay. Let's just see. Let's just see how this plays Wordle. Let's see if we can get 30 seconds again. Oh, I forgot. I need to, this is one thing I just realized after I made that video is with this Playwrighter extension, you actually have to have the tab open or a tab open. You can't just start a new tab without having one. Okay. Different prompt every time. Just adds to the randomness. I see that you've run a local command. Okay. Play Wordle with Playwriter tool here. Frame has been detached. Okay, we're getting some issues with this MCP. Not sure what this frame has been detached one means. Let's just go to a random website. Go to my own website. Try that again. I don't know. Technical difficulties, I suppose. Oh yeah, and also someone said try compare it to Claude. Actually has their own browser extension now. I totally forgot to mention that. Playwriter tool is having issues. Huh. Okay, well, looks like Playwriter is broken. Let's see, we'll just use the normal Playwright for now. Okay. Let's try that one more time. All right, this is with the old Playwright MCP. It's not even using the tool calls. I swear this is the exact way I was using it the other day, and it was just completely fine. Do I have to specify use Playwright MCP? Wow. I don't remember it struggling this much. Let me create a script. No. Did it create? What the fuck? It did. That's odd to me. It's almost as if it didn't see the MCP tools in its context. Okay, they're definitely all disabled now. I guess we could also check the context. Yep, okay, they're definitely in context now. Maybe this time it'll work. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's on the wrong... Oh, it's doing it. Look how fast this is. Low key, this is faster than the dude with the skill. Oh man, but it scrolled down and now I can't scroll back up. Oh, but I can zoom out. Okay, this is pretty good. If it got it in the second guess, that would have been 30 seconds. And this is with the old Playwright MCP. So that's good that we have the baseline. I think the old Playwright MCP got around 40 seconds, 48 seconds, but might be a bit slower this time. Okay. Maybe we try the skills now. So let's quit this. If I want to add a skill, let me put chat up here. Oh. Do you think there's a plugin? Can we find Sawyer's version on the plugin? Let's see. So apparently we can go /plugin. There we go. And let's search browser. There's a Playwright skill. Oh, interesting. Yeah, let's install that. Install for you, install for all. Let's install this repo only. Restart Claude Code to load new plugins. Okay. 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 How do we see the skills? So if I go context now. Oh, we already have playwright MCP. Let me remove that. Oh, there's also plugin playwright. Okay, so if you go /MCP, you actually see plugins now as well? Or is that MCP inside the skill? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is like referencing the whole plugin or this is just a reference to the MCP inside the plugin inside the skill. If we go /context now, what do we see? Okay, we still see the MCP plugin playwright. And it's still taking, okay, we must not have disabled it correctly. We have disabled it. So this plugin actually just installed the MCP. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this isn't a skill, or it's not just a skill. They actually installed the MCP. Let's see if I can disable it. Tab, yep, uninstall. Oh, this is pretty cool CLI. Let me just double check that. Discover marketplaces. Oh, add a marketplace. Oh, wow, this is great. Let me see that Sawyer Hood one. If his, how do you like dev browser? Is this on a marketplace? Marketplace. Ooh. Marketplace ad. Oh, interesting. So this is how, this is sick. This is actually almost even less code than an MCP. So you can either go plug in and install straight away, or I guess you have to do both. Let's see. I'm on marketplaces. Okay. Let me try to do one thing. Yeah. All right. All right. Yes. Okay. So I'm on Sawyer Hood's dev browser here. And I'm like, how do I install it? You can run these two commands on Claude, plugin marketplace add and plugin install. But I'm also seeing I'm in the /plugin menu. If I go add marketplace, yeah, it's just owner repo. This is really cool. So inside, oh, I actually already have, oh no, but that's skills. Okay. This is interesting. This is something I'm learning right now. Sawyer Hood dev browser. I guess it didn't need to be capital, but I could just, and then it just clones their Git. And then dev browser, it's right there, installed plugins. I'm going to install for me in this repo only because we're just testing. Okay. I got to restart Claude. Okay, now let's look at /MCP. Okay, cool. So these are two that I had in my JSON file, but they're both disabled, so they shouldn't show up in /context. Yeah. Okay. So system tools is there. Where do we see plugin? So the plugin is 1.6 thousand tokens. All right, let's see if we just going to, I'm just going to prompt it to play Wordle again and see how it goes. Guess the prompt isn't here. Oh, here we go. Play Wordle on the website. Hopefully in this one. Oh, in a new window. Okay, so this, we need to install the extension to be able to use it in my same session. Okay. Okay, but we're able to play Wordle here. The dimensions are totally different to what we're used to, but we can go here. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Stare in 20 seconds. That's not bad. I don't think it'll be 30 seconds. But the lack of context, right? It's, oh, dude. It's pretty good. And they all just get the same accessibility tree, so there's no real differences on the clarity of the DOM as far as I see. They're all kind of using the same tech under the hood. Although the overhead that it has to add to first like read the skill and then, you know, figure out how to use the skill and then use the skill, I think that overhead actually makes it a bit slower. You can see here it's still deliberating for over a minute. So, yeah, I don't know what that tells us, except for it seems like there will be a bunch of overhead with this method. I don't know if it's unfair that I didn't use the extension. Looks like Sawyer ran his own benchmarks. I don't know, dev browser eval. He has his own eval. Awesome. That's actually really cool. So when he tested it, dev browser did the task, or I guess maybe it's a bunch of tasks, in under 4 minutes, in under $1 in 29 turns. Playwright MCP took over 4 minutes, $1.45 in 51 turns. Playwright skill took 8 minutes, a minute 45, 38 turns, and less success rate. And he also tested the Claude Chrome extension, 12 minutes, $2.18. Yeah, does Claude, I don't know how the Claude Chrome extension works, but if it's anything like the Claude code, I don't know, did they have computer use at one stage? That shit was so expensive and rarely effective. So, yeah, I mean this this looks really slow and expensive too. Is my Wordle bench public? Yes. Yeah, it's fully public. And anyone can try it. But no one can submit a score but me, but I'm happy to replicate your setup and try it. Let's have a look at his eval. Where are the tasks? Scripts? Doesn't really say. Different browser automations against game tracker application. Where's that? Where's the game tracker application? I don't really say. Not too obvious. Benchmark.ts. Not too obvious what the game tracker is. Game tracker. Start the dev server and create an account with a unique username and password. Add 5 games. Rate them all a 9. And view the collection. Think. What? All right, I don't get this eval suite, but it's cool that he did an eval. I don't even know, how do we run the okay, so let's see. 2 minutes 15. We'll do best of 3. Let's see how it does the second time. There we go. Slate. The second guess time is the most important thing. I think if it can get like a second guess out in 30 seconds, yeah, that's pretty good. Built. Okay. It could have definitely gotten 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure all of the scores on Wordle Bench were at least 3 guesses though. But we can say the performance is just as good. And I'd assume so too. There, I would say there is a bit of overhead at the start. That's why I think like reliably the MCP would be better. But these kind of small differences in overhead probably aren't as important as the biggest issue I think with MCPs is the mental load for the agent when they're given the opportunity of 22 different tool calls. That's just too much, too specific, too much context. It's probably largely irrelevant to 98% of the tasks you're doing if you're not like a heavily web focused thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So just like that discoverability of skills is needed in the MCP protocol. Kind of like a gateway or a proxy, as some people have been saying. Do you still need Context 7 sub if you install the LSP? I have no idea. I've never used Context 7. Damn, Haiku taking an L here. How does it not know it's guilt if it did build? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if there's just a lot of bloat mid. Can you go slash? I don't think you can go slash context mid run. No. Oh, 16K tokens. That's also another interesting thing to look at. Like how bloated is the return code context? I doubt it's that much. Like says it's not every time. Once it learns from the session, it's good. It might be good from then on, but at least for the session. Yeah. But what about a new session? Unless you like store the what you learned. I think there's always going to be that little bit of overhead, it seems. I don't know what it is doing. Starting a server. Yeah, I guess that's another thing. The thing with MCP servers, which is also like half a bad thing and half a good thing, is there's no cold start. That server is running as soon as your agent is launched. So yeah, depending on how you see it, the pros are obviously there's no cold start and you can call that server immediately. The cons are it's taking up like probably a small percent, but a bit of like CPU load and RAM load. Whereas with a skill, nothing runs initially. The agent has to start the server. That's where the initial overhead comes in. That looks, I don't know what this 10, oh, that's a timeout. So yeah, that took at least a few seconds to actually get that server running. And the Wordle bench doesn't even consider that score because the timing doesn't start until the agent goes onto the page. But I could just feel that initial overhead. But yeah, it's definitely close. And They're both just as effective as each other in this scenario. But it's interesting to, kind of learn what the actual trade-offs are here. I think we've discovered a few trade-offs that I didn't consider. Like that server running one is a big trade-off that I didn't consider. In a server this small, yeah, only a few seconds difference, maximum like 5-10 seconds difference max. But there may be some MCP servers or some skills that actually take upwards of 10, 20, 30 seconds to start. Um, for instance, uh, picture an MCP server that indexes your code base. This can either be done at agent launch time. You could start indexing your code base straight away at agent launch time. If the MCP server is enabled, it'll start the server, start indexing. Theoretically, I think this is possible. For a skill, the code inside the skill isn't run at launch time, as far as I'm aware. The agent just gets access to the skill description, a short markdown file. So when it actually wants to start to use this indexing tool, it might have to wait. It can take many minutes to index a huge code base. So that is a potential trade-off. Okay. I kind of want to research about the Claude web browser extension. Like, how does that work? And like, how is it different to like a Playwright MCP or a skill? You can teach Claude a workflow by recording the steps, and Claude learns to repeat them. Oh, that's pretty cool. This is useful for repetitive browser tasks. Okay, that's pretty cool. You can technically do this manually in Playwright too, but it's definitely not as easy as just like clicking a button and showing it. Scheduled tasks. Set recurring browser tasks to run automatically on your schedule. Set it once and Claude handles it from there. Interesting. So where is the cron running and which browser? Is it my browser on my laptop or is it a web browser? Follow Claude's plan. Use ask before acting to have Claude create a plan for your approval. Then let it execute the entire workflow independently within those approved boundaries. Cloud Dev Store. Should we try this out? Kind of want to. 2.9. Oh man, people aren't liking this. Can't use it. Always says unable to initialize chat session. Lost my chat history. Amazing. Did you test it before release? Okay, looks like a lot of people are having issues connecting, but no one's saying it's shit once it's running. So maybe I'll try it. Oh, yo, Sir Knight says you can also use a Docker MCP to reduce tool calls, taking up space. Yes, tool definitions, I think you mean. Yeah, so this is one of the ways you can do that kind of gateway proxy thing. I'll have to add that to my stream notes. Thank you for mentioning that. Docker MCP extension has 100 tools. Yeah, but isn't it like discoverable rather than giving all the tools to your context? It kind of like lets you discover them. I'm assuming that's what it is. Otherwise that kind of defeats what I thought. Okay, Claude is in your Chrome. Try a demo. Give Claude a challenge. Get familiar with the browser extension before surfing the world. Challenge 1, your inbox is full of RSVPs. Claude archive them for you. Press play. Oh shit, here we go. All right, this is the Claude Chrome extension. Can we all see this? Yes. Maybe you want to see it more. Okay, I understand. Yep. Oh, it has the groups just like Playwright. Okay, okay. Use shortcuts to save time. Shortcuts make it easy to send instructions. Okay. Okay, so it has its own chat. Okay, so it's just like Atlas with this outline. Take a screenshot to see the page, read the page, find the emails, approve the plan. Okay. This is the demo. I hope okay, it's haiku as well, so it should be fast. Okay, I think I get the idea. I'm just gonna stop this. Let's get it to play Wordle. How do I can I open a new window? Clear chat. Go to and solve Wordle. Ask before acting? No. Act without asking. High risk. That's fine. Teach Claude. I'll try teach Claude later. Let's just see how fast it does Wordle. Ooh, that was fast. Oh shit. Okay. AGGG. That was a terrible guess. Dude, this is terrible. Oh no. How could this be worse? Oh no. This is worse. This is terrible. I'll try Sonnet next, but this is actually like embarrassing. Let me hold on. Let's update stream status, tick off the task that's already in building, and add a new task that we're currently doing, testing the Claude Chrome extension. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, I'm gonna stop that because this is like clearly worse. I don't think we need to test it twice. I'm gonna go to Sonnet. I'm gonna go to Google. I'm gonna say solve Wordle on boom. Let's see if this actually submits a legitimate word. Okay. Oh, what? It went back to haiku. Huh. I swear I started in Sonnet. I don't know if this is a glitch and it's actually Sonnet or this is haiku. This is good. It could have gotten 30. It could have gotten 27 seconds there if it guessed the right word. Yeah, this is pretty good. I don't know why it messed up the first time. We should have definitely do best of 3. It seems every time. This has to be Sonnet. No. It says haiku. Okay. Well, we got it. 58 seconds. 59 seconds. Okay. We'll do best of 3. Let's give it one more go. Let's go from x.com. Solve Wordle on. Okay, why is it worse this time? Because now it's actually haiku. It found the answer the first. It cheated, man. It cheated this time. But it got 17 seconds. Oh, it has memory. Oh, does it actually have memory? Let's see. What was the Wordle answer? Today's Wordle answer. Let me know if I can help. How is it sometimes like so dumb? I can see you're an X. Okay. I don't know if it had memory. I think it just read the page because the answer is on the JavaScript page. Okay, that's pretty cool. I kind of want to try a task. Oh, thanks for following, Brad. Legend. Um. Okay, let me think. What task we can teach Claude how to do. Any ideas? Let's ask Claude. Um. Can you think of a task that I could benefit from teaching the new Claude Chrome extension to do for me? Ideally, it's something like that takes a long time and I have to do it every now and then or pretty often in the web. I can't think of anything at the moment. Let's see what Claude thinks. Tool discovery, competitor content orders, cross-platform stats. Ooh. Yo, this one could be good. Yo, let's try that. Cross-platform stats gathering. I actually would love that. Okay, let's see. So let's start from just google.com, I guess, or we'll start from YouTube Tech Friend page. YouTube. Actually, we'll start from studio.youtube.com. Okay. Convert to task. How do I teach? Add an image. Teach. Okay. Teach Claude your workflow. Enable your microphone to narrate. Oh, that's great. Claude will learn the process. Oh, that's so sick. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Allow microphone. Allow while visiting. Today, I will be showing you how to gather all my analytics for the previous day. First, we'll start off at YouTube Studio. I'm at the YouTube Studio right now. I'll click Analytics and then Content. And then, oh, actually, that was wrong. All right, I have to start again. Okay, I'll start that again. Today, I'm teaching how to take the analytics from the previous day on all my platforms. We're starting on YouTube Studio. First, you want to click Content. And then first, we'll check videos. Today is Monday, 29th of December. So we'll see this video. Actually, there's nothing on the 28th. So let's go to the next tab, Shorts. And we'll see. Oh man, I don't have anything on the 28th. Okay, this is. I might have to do a third take. Okay, let's start again. I don't know if I should do for a particular day or what. Oh my gosh, just start over. I go. You mean you can individually? I need you to do a run through without Claude. Yeah, that's true. Actually, let's do that. So I'm gonna go shorts because yeah, I actually don't know. And then analytics here, and then so you can get views, reach. What kind of other information? And then what do I do once I get them? That's also the other thing. Is I needed to make a report. Um, Maybe we'll just do. Maybe we'll just teach it how to do one, and then maybe it can do a lot of them. Okay, let's just see. Okay, I'm teaching how to get all the information I want from a YouTube video. In this case, we're on the Shorts tab on YouTube Studio, and we're going to do the latest video. So if I click on the latest video title, it'll bring me to this details page. From there, I'll click the analytics page. And here we have some good information we want, such as the total view count here. And then we also want to go into the reach tab. In here, we want to get all the sources where people found us. That's important information. External sites that link to the video, that's important. YouTube search terms, important as well. And then let's go to engagement. In the engagement tab, we want to see I guess how many viewers stayed, how many swiped away, likes versus dislikes. And then in audience tab, I guess there's nothing too important here, but yeah, so take all the information that I pointed out and format it nicely so it can go into a report. I don't know, let's see. Okay, I generated that just as a test. Also, I'm going to go into sitting mode. All right, so we got. Okay, let me just wait for this to get down. All right, so I think we have like this. There's a slash here, so I'm going to assume this is like a custom command. /extract short analytics. No dynamic inputs needed. This workflow extracts analytics data from the most recent. I kind of want to take it like, how do we do inputs? Maybe I'm going to do this work inputs. How do we, let me just Google. How to define inputs for Claude browser extension teach definition. Why did it paste there? I'm just gonna wing it. Inputs are a video name or date. This workflow extracts user data from a specified YouTube short video, which is determined. No. Okay, navigate to YouTube Studio and access to that starting point. YouTube Studio Shorts tab, interface. Select the latest video. Select the specified. Click on the topmost. Okay. Find the video that was described by title or date and click on the title. If it's not appearing in the first results, you may have to search for it. It's not really the case. Okay, everything else is right. Okay. Oh, and you can schedule it. Ooh, so if it was the last one, that would be pretty good to schedule. Okay. Yeah, let's have it scheduled. Can we control Z? Oh, we can't control Z. Okay, whatever. We're just, nope, we won't have it scheduled. Extract short analytics. Let's see if I can input a name here. Sub agents. Damn, I don't know if that input worked. Whoa, it opened a new tab. Claude is active in this tab group. Open chat. Oh, it's back on this. No, this is the wrong video. Okay. It's also clicking other stuff. Yo, Tuyuma G, thanks for the gift, my man. It's probably because it's haiku. It's a bit erratic. I should probably use another model. And I mean, this is pretty cool. And I guess the schedule would just be on my local machine. It is pretty cool, but I'm like starting like there's like the use case. It's like if I'm already in Chrome and I want to do something quick. The teaching is also cool, but in every other use case, I'd probably prefer to use Claude Code CLI where I can have other skills and stuff. But this is a pretty good report. Like definitely a good report. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's most of my research done. Nice, wrapping around an hour. Let me look at my stream notes if there's anything else. Otherwise, yeah, so thanks for everyone who stuck around. And, you know, if you didn't hear the whole thing, that's all good. I'm going to hopefully make a condensed, distilled version tomorrow. Also long form as well as short form. I always do short form. So yeah, you'll definitely get the most value out of that. They're all very similar, I'll have to say, especially for Wordle Bench. They're all very similar. The skill, the CLI. Actually, we didn't do pure CLI. That one is just too much friction for me to even start. But I know it's possible. Skill, CLI, and the Chrome extension. I have to say the plugin system for Claude Code is really cool. And I think the extension is really cool too. But when it comes to comparing it with the Playwright MCP, or Playwrighter MCP or anything similar, there's not that much of a trade-off there. I'd say there is definitely a trade-off. Some things I just discussed, such as like the startup cold starts of the servers, as well as, you know, token bloat, like skills are very token efficient. Yeah, the context management. This Docker MCP, if it's what I think it is pretty good for context token management, as like acting like a gateway to other MCPs. You only see one MCP. It's kind of like self-discoverable MCPs. But if it's like you need a whole Docker thing to run it, it's kind of a bit bloaty seeming, but I'm not sure exactly how that works. Should we look into it? Yeah, let's get Claude to do some research. Can you research how Docker MCP can help with context bloat. Yo, what's up, Brenton? You're missing how to use the Chrome extension from the CLI. Claude -- Chrome, and then it interacts with your browser. So easy. So how is that better than just using it straight up in the browser? Oh, is it because then you can have your Claude CLI like MCPs and stuff as well? Let's see. Can I go? Oops. Can I go Claude -- browser? No. Oh, Claude -- Chrome. Oh shit. What is it saying? Oh shit, hold on. Claude and Chrome beta, Claude and Chrome works with the Chrome extension to let you know you can navigate websites. Requires Chrome. Side level permissions. For more info, use /Chrome. /Chrome. Manage permissions, reconnect extension. Enabled by default. I guess that's in the thing. Okay, it's enabled now. Let's see, do I also have MCPs? Claude and Chrome. Oh, it comes in the MCP section. Interesting. So Claude and Chrome is an MCP. All right, let's see. Play Wordle on this. I mean, it'll probably be all the same, but let's just see. Oh, damn. Whoa. It's asking for my permission. Allow. Okay. I gotta allow all actions. Okay. I mean, I guess that's safe, but yeah. Seems pretty fast. It's taking screenshots. So that's probably another reason why it's so expensive is the screenshots. But there are a lot of benefits in screenshots when the accessibility of a site is broken. So that could be one place where you'd want to use the Chrome extension. I'm going to stop that though. Okay, Docker MCP. Dynamic tool discovery. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. In the MCP Gateway project, Docker started distinguishing between tools that are available to find and ones that are added to the context window. This tools can be actively selected, avoiding the need to load all available tools into every LLM request. Yeah, nice. Okay, MCP Gateway. So is this something you can run locally? Very cool. I think we do need something more lightweight though. You can instruct it to not to take screenshots and to look at the DOM too. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I thought it was looking at the DOM when I used the Chrome extension one. Oh, actually, no, I did see screenshots there as well. There's definitely some instances where I want screenshots. Like I was trying to get some stuff added to Amazon that had previously been purchased by me. And like on the listing, a human can see like previously purchased as like a badge, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't show in like the accessibility and like I think Amazon makes it notoriously hard for bots to interact with their website too. So that's another thing. Okay. That's really cool. Docker there. I also did that. Okay. I really want to integrate WhatsApp into SpeakMCP. Definitely not this stream though. This was the aim for this stream, to compare MCPs to skill. Also, I checked out the Claude code browser extension. That was super cool. Yeah, there's some trade-offs in each. I think the browser extension trade-offs are I think it's definitely going to be more expensive, especially if it does screenshots. It seems like there's a bit of overhead in like accepting tool calls. I don't know if you can just dangerously accept everything. I did have dangerously accept on in my Claude CLI, but it seems like the tools still needed to be approved. In the actual extension itself, you can turn on the like YOLO mode, but I didn't see that as an option when I went through the CLI, unless the next, like I did turn it on for that session, and I'm not sure if it carries on to the next session. Sam Hader, so what is a browser agent that you use? So thanks for the question, Sam. I use a lot. Mostly I use the Playwright MCP. That's probably the one I've used the most. It comes with the extension, and I hook up my coding agents to the web through that. And it's my main use case was debugging web apps without manually creating new scripts or like going down new paths, and like have self-healing testing and debugging for agents. So that was previously the way that I did everything, Playwright MCP. But now, I'm got to stay up with the times. Now we have agent skills. I'm seeing if that's worth it. And honestly, skills are awesome. If I was to have something that constantly lived globally, you'd probably prefer that to be a skill than an MCP, for the reason that you don't want this Playwright MCP to be always in context no matter what. Like, especially if I'm not even working on a web app, I wouldn't want that. So, but with a skill, if it's only like 90 tokens, I I still wouldn't want it ideally, but it's way less cognitive load for the LLM if it's just 90 tokens versus, 7,000 or whatever Playwright was. There's an article someone wrote about a bash script, a grep tool in bash, and a fetch and a screenshot script versus using an MCP. Yeah, there's a bunch. So, I mean, maybe that's what we should do, is read that one. So the person that replied to me kind of was saying that exact thing. Let me try to find it. Here. What if you don't need an MCP at all? Embracing bash. Here's my minimal set of tools. So it's just like bash commands. Well, it looks like actually is a JavaScript commands. JavaScripts with bash commands. The start tool. The navigate tool. So yeah, it's just using Puppeteer under the hood. Yeah, from what I determined this stream, like there are definitely benefits there. I think MCPs for tools like browsing is definitely not going to be the end goal. I think MCPs are going to be more for what their original purpose was, and that's like connecting to external data in a context-friendly way or in an agent-friendly way. And instead of interfacing with the agent from start, it can be discoverable through a skill or through something like an MCP gateway. That's a possible outcome in the future. Oh, what about a browser agent for doing research? I just use Claude Research. I've used Perplexity too, ChatGPT, Exa. I use Exa when it's an API. They're all roughly the same. I really like Exa on the agents, but I don't like Exa's web app. It just doesn't give you this result. Like, look, let's if I ask, it's like not really a chat. It's different. Like, I don't know. Like, it gives you results. But does it give you the answer? No. So yeah, but when you hook up the API to an LLM, it's really great. Sam Hater, thanks for the roses. Joseph says, I feel like I haven't seen you stream daily for the last 2 years. Yeah, you're right. I definitely haven't streamed daily. Even 2 years ago, I think it was very short periods where it'd be every day. But yeah, I mean, I started full time work 6 months ago, and before that, been traveling a lot. So yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been able to stream every day. Yo, Sound Waves, what's up, man? Speaking of showing up every day, back in the day, Sound Waves, man, would be there every day. Thank you for that. Kimmy K2 researches for over an hour. Yeah, there's different levels of like how deep you want research. 9 times out of 10, I just want like 5 or 6 sources, 5 or 6 relevant sources, and an answer. And like Perplexity, Claude, like all the default search is like pretty good with that. You sound like you're describing the need for vision language. That's exactly the paper by Jan LeCun. Oh, interesting. Is that kind of like the DeepSeek OCR too? Yes, sir. Yeah, okay. Um yeah, man, lots of cool tech come out this year. I think next year is going to be even crazier acceleration, man. I'm really looking forward to it. VLJEPA. Oh yeah, I definitely heard of that. Joint embedding predictive architecture for vision language. Yeah, I have heard of that, I think. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. I'm going to end it here. We're going to roll the credits. And where is the credits? Here. And yeah, there's no credits. Oh, wait, here. Okay, got it. All right, peace out, guys.